tí ẹ bá ti ń wò mí láàárọ̀ yìí, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà, mo kí ọkùnrin, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí obìnrin. Orúkọ tí mi ti padà, Omoboriowo Media ni èmi jẹ́. Láì ní gbára wa ní àkókò, mo kàn fẹ́ sáré sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan ni. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ó sì dá lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Biafra pẹ̀lú December 2nd. Ilé tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn kéde gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọjọ́ tí Biafra tí wọ́n yóò lọ. Látìgbà tí Samuel Ekpa ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe àwọn kéde yìí tó sì ń ámà wípé dandan ni fún Biafra láti lọ. Òun náà lórílẹ̀ Naijiria ti wà nínú ọ̀fọ̀ ìyẹn àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kì í ṣaráàlú. Wọ́n wà nínú ọ̀fọ̀ débi wípé lórí social media gan, some television channel, wọ́n á rí nǹkan míì tí wọ́n ń debate mọ́ ju ọ̀rọ̀ Samuel Ekpa àti Biafra lọ. Kíní kan ni ó wáyé mi. Ẹ̀yin lè sọ pé ìbágbépọ̀ àwọn wọ̀nyí ò tẹ́yìn lọ́rùn, pàápàá jùlọ ẹ̀yin Fúlàní Haúsá tẹ́ ń rúlu Nàìjíríà tẹ́ gbéra yín ní pé ilẹ̀ bàbá yín ni. Ẹ ń deprive àwọn Ìgbò yìí fún wọn ní ẹ̀tọ́ wọn. Àtijọ́ wo ni wọ́n ti ń bẹ láṣíwájú nínú kan wà ní ipò kẹta tàbí ká má kàn tiẹ̀ sí ní ipò rárá. The same thing náà ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ìran Yorùbá. Àwọn sì ń dandan lá àwọn fẹ́ lọ. Tí ìbágbépọ̀ ò bá wọ̀ mọ́ oníkálukú lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ gan ni. Ṣebí marriage mi téèyàn bá ṣe. Tí ìbágbépọ̀ ò bá wọ̀ mọ́ ọkọ àti ìyàwó á lọ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ fún ìfẹ́ àti àlàáfíà kí wọ́n tún lè jọ ní àjọṣepọ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Kí ló dé tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Nàìjíríà ò jẹ́ kí Biafra máa lọ? Kí ló dé tí wọn ò jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation máa lọ? Níbi tí ẹ̀yin wèrè yìí, níbi tí ẹ ponú dé. Vice President lọ sí summit kan l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ibẹ̀ ló ti ń sọ wípé Palestine wọ́n ní right sí self-determination. Ó ní self-determination, it is an inalienable woman right for everybody. Ó ní so Nigerians support Palestine to have their own independence.
It's an inalienable right and a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people. The Palestinian people deserve their independence.
Nígbà tí odidi Vice President tẹ́ ẹ bá lè lọ sí Amẹ́ríkà láti lọ give speech ní summit tẹ́ ẹ lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ in a public, why nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà tí àwọn èèyàn wá sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ tẹ́ ẹ wá mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ ń dẹ DSS, EFCC tẹ́ ń dẹ́ sí wọn tẹ́ ẹ gbé Kánú for the past how many years tẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ filẹ̀? Ohun tẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ charge ẹ̀ fún kì í ṣe Nàìjíríà ló ti commit offence. Kí wá ló wá dínà tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ tọ́? A jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yìí, you guys know the truth about the self-determination. But it is fundamental human right of everybody, of every ethnic group. But despite that, you deny people from their own right. And then you went out and said another country have the right. Ẹ wá ń support Palestine. Àwọn èèyàn tó fẹ́ lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa lọ for peace to reign. Ṣé ẹ tún fẹ́ ká witness another ogun ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni? Àwọn apá kan ilẹ̀ Haúsá ti jáde wípé àwọn ò ṣetán àti ja ogun ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì.
To preserve a terrible war, to preserve the country. The North has paid its dues in that war, and indeed in many ways throughout the history of our country. Under our current circumstances, no Nigerian should welcome another war to keep this country together.
Ṣùgbọ́n Nigerian government àtàwọn kàbá tí wọ́n rí jẹ nínú oil well, wọ́n ṣetán àti ja ogun ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì. Àmọ́ fẹ́ kí èmi àti yín bí ká jọ yọ̀rọ̀ fídíò yìí ká wò wípé ṣé n tí àwọn wọ̀nyí ṣe tí wọ́n ń debate lé lórí ṣe ń tó tọ́ àti ń tó yẹ ni. Ẹ jẹ́ kí èmi àti yín ẹ̀yà jọ lọ́wọ́ fídíò ọ̀hún.
The Biafran government in exile is in the eye of the storm as we speak. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has accused the Finnish government and the European Union of shielding the self-acclaimed Prime Minister of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The Personable General has called for the arrest and extradition of Simon Ekpa to the country. The disquiet in southeast Nigeria is believed to be provoked by the Finland-based Enfant Terrible. Right, Emeka? So for once we are zeroing in on Simon Ekpa.
But this is not the first time. This is not the first time Chief of Defense Staff has spoken like that. This is not the first time that the high-ranking official of the Nigerian government has spoken like that. We have to look at the fact that Simon Ekpa is a citizen of Finland. So that, serves as a kind of a hindrance to saying to his extradition. Yes, but the Chief of Defense Staff said something interesting, that if it was the other way around and Simon Ekpa was in Nigeria, would the government of Finland and the European Union allow such to exist? Well, it's about balance of interests, balance of strategic interests. That is why in pursuing our foreign policy, we must do it in such a way that we command respect. We continue to command respect in the Committee of Nations. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you will even see, look at small nations, the way they treat Nigerians. Nations that Nigeria used to send aid to, even pay salaries of their workers and do things for, even send soldiers to go and fight wars or to go and put down coups. Look at how they treat Nigerians. No respect for Nigerians anywhere around the world anymore. So many Nigerians in prison around the world.
When I said earlier on, quoting Warren Buffett,
yes,
a reputation built over 20 years can be lost in 5 minutes.
Yes. So
she was wondering if it is 1 minute.
It may just be even a few seconds. So now government has to look at ways of, yes, sustaining pressure on Finland and on the European Union to help in dealing with these things. Yes, you're talking about human rights. You respect human rights, no doubt about that. But you see, your own rights stop where the right to swing your arm stops where the other man's nose begins. So we must look at it in such a way. There must be a robust engagement on this issue so that we state it clearly that Nigeria is not happy and comfortable with the activities of this individual. It should not just be, the Chief of Defense Staff appearing on channels, on a TV channel and saying these things, and then after that everybody goes back to the daily run. The Minister of Foreign Affairs must make it a priority, take it up robustly, so that there should be a robust engagement with these people, so to tell them that these things are not acceptable. And then we make sure that it is, it is sustained, it is consistent, and of course you can achieve a lot with it. Then again, in terms of technology, this fellow is using technology, in spreading his messages. So why can't you use counter technology?
Okay.
Can't you use technology also to counter him? Yes, you cannot just sit helplessly. There must be certain things you can, which of course I praise the military, what they are doing. They are really trying here and there. The security services are trying, but there must also be countermeasures you can take using technology to make sure you cut funding. If there is funding from wherever place to wherever place, then using technology to cut off communications. In terms of communications.
But Emeka, are you not disturbed that a Simon Ekpa would want to sweep the rug under the feet of Nnamdi Kanu?
Of course, when there is nature abhors a vacuum. The repatriation of Nnamdi Kanu, and the arrest, open the door to all kinds of people. Now franchise holders, calling themselves all kinds of names and taking advantage of this situation. But Nnamdi Kanu himself said, yes, I'm not happy about the security situation in the Southeast. Release me and I will assist you in quelling the security situation. Yeah. That's why I've called for a political solution to his matter. so that you can release him and then let him work with government to deal with this security situation. Now, when the environment is secure, we can hold conversations around issues, issues of, of whatever, whatever areas. We can hold conversations around those issues, and we will definitely get to a point of agreement. But keeping him there and saying that you are fighting Simon Ekpa, no, you are burning two ends of the candle. It can't work.
Okay, Ibn Abo, you can't ignore Simon Ekpa in the equation.
There are many ways to go around this. We have to be realistic. Do we have any form of extradition treaty with Finland? You don't ask for what you don't.
Not there.
I mean, do you have any kind of treaty in that regards? Now, let me leave that. I'm looking at the whole of the southeastern region. We have about 5 states. We have Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. These governors should come together. Because let's assume that you are even an independent state. You are a sovereign nation, and you are having these issues. How do you solve it?
All right, Ibn Abo, but you think that extraditing Simon Ekpa, he will go some way of dousing tension?
I'm not too sure about that. What happened when Nnamdi Kanu was brought to Nigeria? Was there any form of abatement to the activities of the IPOB? So that is not the solution. The solution, we should start from within. Let the governors come around. They are your people. What can you do? Where are they? Are they dropping from the sky? We should look for solutions within ourselves. Yes, given Mr. President is the chief of commander-in-chief of the armed forces and all of that. But if you have come up with a solution, then you can now discuss with the president and even call on other governors to work hand in hand, because these states are bounded by other states. So you work hand in hand, and then when you work like that, when you are beginning to see some positive, response